Hey guys, is your house stuck in the 90s and not in a good way? Well, I've got 10 easy ways for you to Macarena your way out of the 90s with a new home update. Okay, starting in at number 10 is dumping all of that bright brass hardware. Oh, a sure sign of a house that's still stuck in the 90s is brass everywhere. I mean, hinges, doorknobs, cabinet pulls, light fixtures. It's an overload, guys. You gotta change it out. Easy to do. There's lots of different ways to get rid of that and select some hardware that's really much more aligned with your style statement. Okay guys, coming in at number 9 is ditching the sponge paint, the faux finishes, and the crazy stencils. Now, this was ugly then, it's still ugly. So, good thing there's an easy solution. Fresh coat of paint will solve all of this mess. Okay, coming in at number 8, while you're also looking at your walls, you probably have a few spaces that had this crazy stuff. Oh, this old vintage crazy floral wallpaper, it was everywhere. Look, it's on the ceiling of a closet. It was literally everywhere. So here's the deal. Either get rid of it, grab yourself a steamer to do so, cover it up with a new, fresher looking wallpaper in some areas, or 3, paint over it. Those are your options, but either way, you're getting out of the 90s by getting rid of this stuff. Now, coming in at number 7 is beige, baby, beige. There's beiges, and then there's beiges. The ones in the 90s were really icky, heavy, and dark. What we're doing now is moving towards a more modern, lighter version of beiges. So get out your paint roller because you definitely want to kill all of this stuff. Okay, coming in at number 6 is if your house is still sporting some of that wall-to-wall carpeting, come on guys, we can do better than that. Not only is it killing your style vibe, but it's probably really filthy. So there's tons of new options out there. There's linoleum, there's vinyl tiles, there's regular tile, there's wood, there's all kinds of things out there, but you gotta tackle this soon. Choose anything, but get that grubby stuff off your floors. Okay guys, now we're hitting the top 5 of those 1990s style killers that you might have been living with. Now number 5 is what I call Nook Mania. Oh my goodness. Everywhere we find these random and crazy nooks. Some of them were for TVs, too small now, and some of them were just flown up by the ceiling and had stuff jammed in them, because what else do you do with them? Oh my gosh, they were literally everywhere. This is a project I worked on in my Inner Circle coaching program, and the first thing we did is what I'm telling you to do if you're suffering from Nook Mania, which is jip it up, baby. Okay guys, now I'm on number 4 and they just keep getting juicier. Think of it this way. If the 80s were the big hair decade, the 90s were the big window treatment decade. If your windows are sporting the equivalent of a bad fringe, you've got to get rid of that stuff just like you're getting rid of that carpet. Rip that stuff out right away. You probably have beautiful windows underneath there. Think about window treatments in terms of simple, one option, single, light drapery, Roman shades, blinds, tons of choices. Clean it up and bring it out of the 90s. Okay guys, drum roll for my top 3 of the 90s scaries that we're getting rid of. And that is, if your house wasn't this boring beige that was everywhere, it was probably what we call urban 90s, which had random, wacky, insane colors literally everywhere. Look at this huge room with a massive wall-to-wall carpet in pink. It doesn't get more crazy dated. Now, it may have been fun then, but I really don't want bathrooms with carpet in them in pink. So we gotta tone down the overall palette of your home. Literally think about everything working together as a contemporary style statement when you start making your choices for all the new finishes you're gonna put in. Okay guys, now the last two honestly are virtually interchangeable. They're both so bad and the worst of the 90s sins. Okay, so the number 2 is granite countertops, guys. Now, nothing says dated, cheap, and ugly like these old dirt brown granite countertops. It was really a cheap builder solution and it just went everywhere. Got overused, no one wants it anymore. You gotta get rid of them. But what's great is that there's lots of great new options out there. There's quartz, there's regular stone, there's porcelain slabs, those are groovy. Even eco glass and paper are super interesting and fresh solutions that you can do with your countertops. Now, coming in at number 1 is the baddest beastie of them all, which is those ugly yellow oak cabinets. Oh my gosh, as ubiquitous as the granite countertops, these were everywhere because they were a good cheap solution for builders. Good news is, couple of good solutions. You can rip all the cabinets out and replace them, easy. Or you can simply replace the door fronts, okay, not a bad solution. And if you're really on a budget, just paint everything. Oh my gosh, look how refreshing and beautiful these kitchens can look using the same cabinets, just in a nice, light, refreshing color. There's nothing that says, I've sprung out of the 90s more than a new, fresh-looking kitchen. Next up, check out this video and be sure and check out Design Space, and I'll see you soon.